Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of Starfleet Simplified Season 2. I'm Michael Schockman, I'll be your host and commentator today, and in today's episode we will be covering the direct evolution of the Defiant prototype during the Dominion War era and / Borg invasion era. Today we will be covering the Saber class light cruiser. The Saber class light cruiser, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the opening, is a direct evolution of the Defiant class. It is what essentially the Defiant class became without all of the experimental features like the cloaking device and some of the other features like the pulsed phase cannons and everything like that. It is technically both an escort and a light cruiser, and it is made to be mass-produced as one of the smallest ships of its type, but also one of the most heavily armed ships of its type. A Saber-class cruiser could easily engage Jem'Hadar fighters and warships 1 to 3 and be able to come out on top every time. So it is definitely a small ship that punches well above its weight class. As for the specifications on the Saber class light cruiser, ladies and gentlemen, it is, as I said before, it is classified as a light cruiser as well as an escort class. It was produced in the ASDB integration section of Space Dock 1 Earth. It has an overall length of 223 meters, an overall beam of 293 meters, and an overall height of 48 meters. So it's about 120 feet tall. It's about a quarter the size of a galaxy. It has a total mass of 310,000 metric tons, or 6.2 million metric pounds. That's actually pretty small. It has an accommodation of 40 officers and crew, and a maximum personal evacuation limit of 200 people. It is powered by one 1500 plus Cochrane warp core feeding 2 nacelles and 2 impulse engines, making it a very fast little ship. It has a performance of warp 9.7 for 12 hours, making it a very, very fast and reliable vessel. And as for its armament, it is armed with 4 Type 10 phaser emitters, 2 photon torpedo launchers, and 2 quantum torpedo launchers. I will say that further additions to this dropped the 2 photon torpedoes and added more phasers, 1 more phaser emitter in the aft, and 1 more and an additional quantum torpedo launcher at aft as well. So keep that in mind. As for my personal feelings on the Saber class, ladies and gentlemen, I have never personally used it in combat in Star Trek Online, but I have heard wonderful stories about how mass numbers of the Saber class are like incredibly difficult to overcome. It is the concept of a fighter, the fighter mentality of a ship. That being like the jump jet type fighter thing, but put into a capital ship. It is a fast, deadly vessel that is perfect for strafing large emplacements, both on ships as well as on space fortifications. It is fast enough that it can outrun most things that it can't outfight, and it is well armored and well shielded enough to take on most things its size or lower. So definitely a great ship all around. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to about do it for today's episode on the Saber class. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts on the Saber class are. Leave a comment down below. I am Michael Schockman, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host and commentator. Stay tuned for the outro to find out how you can best support our work. Also, stay tuned for next week's final episode of Season 2, when we cover a controversial / rarely seen ship in Star Trek lore that technically falls under the same purview as all the ones we've done in the rest of this, but also at the same time doesn't, because it's not crude. It's mostly not crude by, at least in canon, in Alpha lore, by living people. So if you know what it is, keep it to yourself. But stay tuned for next week when we finish off this season with a Promethean bang, shall we say. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator. Until next time, bye-bye for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Secondly, if stream bucks are plentiful, please consider supporting the channel either by subscribing on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, or by grabbing some merch over at the Shock Shop. The links to all of these will be in the About section and in the description down below. Again, thank you to all of our supporters for all of the likes, shares, and views. I really appreciate it, and without all of you, our work here would not be possible. I'm Michael Shockman, folks. I've been your host and commentator, and remember, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we will see you guys all again soon in the next one. Peace off, everybody.